unbelievable fight, bro. I gotta say, I mean, we say on this pod, and it should be, it's true, at least on my end, and you're not even into boxing as much.
Not as deep
We're
as you are,
fans of no man.
Yeah.
I'm no fucking fan of any fucking man, bro. I don't, I'm 39 fucking years old. Father's Day today. Happy Father's Day to me. Okay?
Subscribe. And happy Father's Day to Gervonta after what he did to fucking Frank Martin.
And happy Father's Day to Gervonta after fucking sunning.
Yeah.
Frank Martin, bro. Is it Frank Martin? I keep thinking Frank Davis. Frank Martin. Sunning him, bro. Absolutely. I don't think the weigh-in shit always has something to do with something. I don't think the face-off stuff always has something to do with something. Manny Pacquiao was a very cordial guy, laughy, jokey. I hated that, but nonetheless, doesn't always mean something. But I think what we saw, Tank versus Frank, all throughout fight week.
I mean, the flinch and the face-off.
That meant something, bro.
Yeah.
I think the way that Tank approached that fight meant something. He stood calm. The first few rounds stood very calm. Was seemingly getting boxed up. We had never seen Tank get like marked up like that. He was like swollen on, I think, on the left side of his face, swollen. Eating some shots, and it was like laser like focus over the first few rounds. Just focus, walking him down, not even throwing punches, just keeping himself in front of him, constant pressure. Tank moving, pot shotting him, landing some shots. Tank still
never in doubt for a second.
I didn't have any doubts. I know that I guess anybody that like was really invested in Tank losing might have been looking at that as like, oh yeah, it's happening. It's
I remember I didn't feel like that at all. You were like, oh well, it is this, and I remember saying to you like, do you think Frank Martin is going to win this fight? And you were like, well, no, not that. But
no, I didn't think that.
Yeah,
and I didn't even think like when Tank was walking him down and stalking him, I thought what was happening was because round 1 through 3, Tank seemed to have kind of like was trying to figure out Frank Martin, doing the Mayweather like I'm uploading the information as it happens. So Tank's making little moves. He's seeing which way Tank's going to go. Yeah. And every now and again throwing a hard shot, but being off. And early on, Tank was off by like a lot. It looked like he was like a little bit rusty. He was getting countered. I
mean, you're talking about all this. I was watching Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva, so you're going to have to fill me in on how this fight was going.
Well, this is the magic of Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. You don't even need to watch it. We could have a convo about it. But he's stalking him down. He's throwing punches. He's throwing hard, fast, fucking Tank Davis type punches. But he's off early on by a lot. As the fight progresses, round 1, round 2, round 3, he starts to be off less and less and less. By round 4, round 5, he starts landing. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, here's where because I gave him the 4th round. I think I gave him the 5th round. Or I might have given him the 5th and the 6th, and I think Tank stopped in the 7th. But the 4th was close. At that point, I figured, okay, Tank's going to start banking these rounds later on. Might get a knockdown, might wobble him. That'll seal the deal, and he'll just cruise to a victory, and that'll be it. And then Tank just fucking dropped the absolute bomb on him. He calls it the brick hand.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull up the clip. We'll pull up the clip of the brick hand. This will probably get us fucking yanked off of YouTube. We'll pull up the clip, though, for the people, maybe for the folks on social medias over there. All right, so we'll pull that up. And he absolutely fucking rocked him, and we love that.
Score, Joe Goosen has Davis closing the gap on the scorecards. 2 minutes left in the 8th.
We haven't seen body work from Martin. I want to see that left to the body.
Oh, left uppercut.
And right there. Right there, where you see Martin get where you see Martin get dropped like that, I'm not even sure that I saw what really happened. When they showed the replay, they showed that Tank landed one of those Leo Santa Cruz type crazy uppercuts. I don't know. I don't like to use the word beautiful.
Yeah,
a thing of beauty or whatever.
Yeah, well, like
when it comes to boxing,
even the lead up to like getting to that punch, like when he gets him, the way he got him into the corner, The way that he maneuvered the ring to get him, we don't even see it all in that clip. And then he's in there. And there was one, I sent you this like little split-second clip when we were texting about it, where I was like, is he pulling a punch there? And you were like, no, he's just not. Like, he's just not hitting him in the back of the head.
He just knew he was going to.
But even that knowledge of like where your position is and where the other guy is, like knowing that like if I throw this punch right now, it's going to hit him in the back of the head and the referee might break us up. Like knowing that in the second is very intelligent.
No, I mean, he is. So that shot that he throws, bro, somehow he knows that like if he makes the move this way, like he already knows where the person's head is going to be before he, like as he's throwing it, Frank Martin's making that he's dipping that in that direction, and Tank is landing that shit clean, rocked him, and then followed up with what he calls the brick hand, and fucking put his lights clean out. As soon as he hit the ground, you knew it was straight up over.
In fact, a really good referee wouldn't have even let him land that punch. They would have stopped it right when the first one landed.
I mean, he would have to have been lightning.
You'd have to be lightning quick. Yeah. There was an idea that Frank Martin might maybe give him some trouble. Not even a little bit.
I don't think so. I think that like the again, if you're like a Haney fan, because that's what it seems to be right now. Like it's not so much Tank haters, but it's like Haney fans who by proxy are like Tank haters or whatever the fuck. But like if you're into that, you might have saw that Tank was a little bit rusty, that he was getting outboxed in spots. I just don't think that Tank respected Frank's power like that. I don't think he was worried about anything coming back in his direction. Walked his ass down, stalked him, and fucking KO'd him.
Do you know when I knew that I was going to go that way, though? Was last week when we were analyzing that Ryan Garcia stuff where he's talking about, like, I was really worried about Ryan. I really thought the power was going to be this.
Yeah.
And then, like, he's doing the clip in the gym where he's like, I haven't boxed in 14 months. You only do that when you know you are about to fuck someone up.
I've never heard Tank speak like that. And I didn't know whether it was like, this is something to be worried about or it's the opposite.
No, I think it was like, I know that I have to sell some pay-per-views here, so I'm going to skip the open workout, or not the open workout, the Grand Arrivals. Right. I'm going to start talking about how maybe I'm considering retiring. Canelo had to do it against Munguia. Well, I might just have a couple more fights left, so a little bit, because we knew Canelo was going to beat Munguia. So I think that like what happens with someone like Tank in that situation is he knows, and the promoters probably know. I mean, he works with Floyd and maybe Ellerby or not, I don't know. And I think he's like, you have to sell this as if there's a chance you might lose. You saw it when Floyd fought Conor McGregor. It was all about, I'm out at Burger King. I'm out at Girl Collection every single night. It's like, but he's at Girl Collection, like drinking water, and he ran there, and like he's training the whole time. And it's the same with Tank, where it's like, maybe he's nervous about Frank Martin. It was not that way when he was fighting someone who he should be nervous about, like Ryan Garcia.
Well, what I loved about the fight yesterday, there was a moment to where Tank made his way back to the corner. I think it was like to start, like at the end of the sixth to start the seventh, and this was another thing that like. Whatever. I'm a bit of a fucking guru. I don't know what to say. I hear things that other people don't hear. I know what to look for. So I'm listening to the shit. It was very like Raymond Ford type thing, maybe the opposite of Raymond Ford type thing, to where Tank gets to the corner, and even his corner last night seemed a little bit flustered. I don't know. I don't know. I was sitting from home watching it. I liked what I saw. They didn't seem to like what they saw too much. There was a moment to where Calvin Ford was like, he was like, yo, we need all these fucking rounds. And that was going into the sixth. So
I don't know what their
So I think they saw
there.
I think they saw maybe some rust. They didn't like what they were seeing from Tank, and they wanted him to pick up the pace. Tank turned around in the seventh, going into the seventh, and in his corner he's like, I got him. He's like, yo, he don't have shit. I got him. He's like, watch in the seventh. He said something to that effect.
And then in the eighth,
was it the eighth?
The eighth is when where he knocked him. Yeah.
He knocked him in the eighth? Somebody said, thanks for... Okay, so maybe I got it wrong. But either way, so then maybe he was going into the eighth. It was the very next round. But Tank was like, yo, he's like, I got him. He's like, it's over now. And sure enough, so it goes to show that...
You don't want to hear that from Tank. I got him,
Right. But it also shows that, like, he's fucking... This isn't a guy, like, walking around like chasing somebody down, looking to land the shot. Like he's downloading info throughout, and then like
his ring IQ is unbelievable.
His ring IQ is fucking sick, bro.
Nuts.
Sick, bro. And he like once he sees it, like oh shit, and he was throwing that same uppercut. He was landing it to the body a lot. So like every time he would do one of these, Frank would dip down and Tank would land it. And then even in Frank's corner, they asked him, "How's his power feel?" Frank's like, "No, it's fine." He's like, "Them shots to the body hurt." I've never heard, or rarely you hear a fighter admit that, knowing the cameras are on. But he admitted, like, "Yo, them shots to the body are a little bit different."
Joshua might have admitted it in the first or second Usyk fight.
Oh, did he really?
But something like it's very rare that you would see it.
Very rare.
Or no, it was when he fought Ruiz and he goes, "What shot hit me?" That was like a bad one.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, like when he'd been knocked down, he's like, "What was the shot that knocked me down?"
Oh,
that's not great.
So tremendous performance by Benavidez. Tremendous performance by Tank. Backflip for Tank at the end of the fucking fight, as per usual. And now the new talks is Tank versus Loma. I love this fight.
I'm bored. I'm not interested.
Not interested?
I'm done with Loma.
Loma beat the shit out of Kambosos, bro.
Yeah, but he didn't beat the shit out of Devin.
But he did beat Devin, though.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
That's reality.
I thought he won too, but it's debatable. Wasn't an entertaining fight particularly. I think he's way past it. He didn't beat Lopez. He lost convincingly to Teofimo Lopez. And I just think that the Lomachenko best days are way, way, way past us at this point. I'm not interested in him getting knocked the fuck out by Tank, which I think he would do. I just don't think he's still at that level anymore. So I'm not interested in Loma versus Tank. I want Tank versus Ryan 2 at 140.
I want Tank versus Ryan at 140 eventually, and I know that eventually that's gonna happen. And there's a reason why, and we'll play the clip. There's a reason why Tank is like little broing Ryan right now and like letting Ryan think, because remind you, this is a Tank Davis who, after the fight between Ryan and Tank, probably made the most money he's ever made, the most money Ryan's ever made. They're at the press conference, and Ryan goes up to Tank, and you can clearly see Ryan's got his phone out, and he's asking Tank to give him his number, and Ryan takes Tank's number down, and he's like, "All right, bet, and puts his fucking phone in his pocket, and it comes out 3 weeks later, Tank gave him the wrong number. Which is very
classic Tank.
Classic Tank. Very funny thing to do. But after that, Tank is like kind of changed. He turned over a leaf now to where like he's treating Ryan nice.
He loves him.
He loves him. He's being
sweet.
Let's pull the clip up, bro. It's a very, very funny clip. He's treating him nice.
Almost like a Make-A-Wish fan.
A very Make-A-Wish style kind of treatment.
And Ryan is acting like a Make-A-Wish kid. Because Ryan is like, look at my shirt. Look at my shirt. Oh, wait till you see what's on the back.
Oh, it's so funny, bro. He's like this. He's like, did you see what the shirt said on the front?
Gerardi #1 fan.
Tank #1 fan. And then he says, and then Tank's like, oh, that's great. That's cool. And he's like, wait, one second. And he turns around and it says, fight, rematch me, bitch.
Yeah.
Tank's like, ha.
Tank's like, that's good.
Yeah, that's
maybe.
Good. Yeah, I will. I'll kill you.
It actually genuinely, Ryan, reminds me of like when we hang out with your kids.
Like a child, right?
Yeah, like a little Hispanic child.
Like a little lost Hispanic child. Doesn't really know.
Hey, look at my Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, look at it.
And Gervonta's like, okay, all right.
All right.
Nice.
That's very cool. Very nice. You have any pictures of pussy that I could see? Or anything?
You have any pictures of Clarissa's box?
Anything good? No, very funny clip of Ryan and Tank. We'll pull that up right now.
That motherfucker look like he's 200 pounds. This is so sweet.
They say you weigh 200 pounds. He's like this. Hey, watch. Look at this shirt. Look at my shirt. Hey, look at my shirt. I said, Tank #1. But look at this. Rematch me, bitch. Ah.
And Tank does the like, yeah, that was funny, bro.
Very funny. I will definitely.
Hell yeah, dude. Funny shit.
Tank's definitely trying. You know what it is? Like, he's trying to keep that fight in his back pocket.
Yeah.
I think Tank, in his mind, looks at that as like a very
cash out,
very easy bag for him, bro. Like, even at 140, I know people think that like that's gonna make all the difference. I don't think it is.
No.
So I don't think it is, but what I think doesn't matter. Like most fucking boxing shitheads that are
by
out
the
here.
way, I think it makes more of a difference than you think it does. Like, I think the King Ryan not trained doesn't go down to that body shot and quit.
Maybe not to that particular body shot and quit, but like it's probably more brutal. Whatever happens, whatever ends up happening is probably worse than that.
Everything about Rye is different if he's not trained like that. You know?
Yeah. I just don't. You can't be getting caught like with a counter from Luke Campbell and getting dropped.
Yeah.
And then think that like listen, bro, Tank will fucking.
He'll hurt you.
He'll hurt you. He'll get you.
He'll hurt you more than Devin Haney.
Ask Frank Martin. He'll get you.
Yeah.
You know,
ask King Rye himself. He knows.
Ask King Rye himself. He knows. But that was more. I think with King Rye. So let's just say he was drained, right? Mm-hmm. I think him choosing to get up at exactly 10.5 in that fight was to say that like, I know where I'm at. I know what's happening here. Mm-hmm. This isn't going to look good. This is probably as good as it gets right here.
Right,
you know?
right.
At 140, maybe he does have the energy.
That's like an active decision you have to make as a fighter. Is like, it's going to look like I quit. But that's better than getting fucking flatlined, which is probably what's going to happen. I mean, it is quitting for all intents and purposes.
And it is better though. Like even though quitting as a fighter is supposed to be like the cardinal, you don't quit, you don't give up, you don't want to do it once you like. It is better to quit.
Then get Frank Martin.
Fucking ice, bro, for sure, as far as the fans are concerned.
Yeah.
Because they could say, he's got a load of excuses. Oh, it's a liver shot. You've never been hit by a liver shot. You don't know what the fuck that feels like.
I was drained. I was this.
Right. Like, at least there's some area.
Well, like, even for example, like Daniel Cormier, when he got knocked out by John Jones.